folks, we are back. Sorry about that. Twitch has been having a lot of major issues today, as has Discord and Irium. There's a lot of problems going on with AWS and Cloudflare Backbone. So if stuff isn't going well, we'll have to figure out exactly what's going on. But I'm gonna go ahead and let folks talk, and yeah. Okay, you guys are good.
Hey everyone, how are we doing tonight?
Hello.
Come on, now let's do my side. There we go. There we go. Okay. That should be working on my side too now. All right, awesome. Awesome. How are we doing tonight, everyone?
Good.
Yeah, doing all right. Yep.
Awesome. It's been a little bit. There's been a lot of craziness going on in life, but I'm glad we're finally back, and we're in Foundry version 13, so expect Scuff tonight. It's been Scuff for the last 2 months, but expect it also tonight.
It's not Pathfinder without Scruff.
Scuff is my life.
UI looks different. Change is bad.
Yeah, I tried to fix it, but then it broke on Shog's end, so we had to go back to the new stuff. Like, I miss things just being at the top of the bars instead of on the side of it. The side thing bothers me.
I'm just not used to it. It'll probably be fine like after a couple sessions, but yeah, I'm just not used to it.
I mean, I've got a mod right now that like turn it on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn it on right now because it was the other one that was messing with Shog. So I'm just gonna do this, and everyone's gonna reload.
Okay.
Life just flashed before my eyes.
No, everything's black.
While we're waiting for that, who remembers what happened last time?
Debauchery. Debauchery was at the end, at least. At the end.
Yes.
It's true. It's true.
And sad drunk.
And sad rejected Kitsune.
Yeah.
True.
Who went and drank her soul away. And tried to find more naughty photos.
You tried real hard.
Yeah. I need to add more to
Then
my
you tried-
collection.
Then you tried to make more naughty photos, and they didn't turn out well either.
I mean, you can only draw so many stick figures with a boobie with one nipple going one direction and the other boobie with the other nipple going the other direction.
Whatever
So many times.
you just did has just frozen a thing on top of my screen. I cannot click anywhere.
Oh no, boobies have
Hey,
frozen
that's
it.
breaking it too. It's okay. This was just me experimenting to see if the classic module would also break that. So it did. So we are just gonna do that again. Just turn it
No.
off.
Boobies broke it.
We know. Yes, the boobs broke it.
Boobie talk broke it.
I remember a good quote from the last session that pretty much sums up the first part of the day. And that is,
Mhm.
politics isn't a matter of fact or fiction. It's a lie all believed to be true.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So
I wrote,
yeah.
I wrote also that Sandpoint people are like paranoid rednecks, easily relayed by people like Charn Scarnetti.
But yeah, but I believe I also remember, yeah, we basically had a meeting with like the townsfolk, I think, just kind of explaining what happened with the whole ritual, with God, why can't I remember her name? The
mayor of the town.
well, the ritual for the person, that we were actually, we got the remains of. I don't know why I can't remember her name.
Nualia.
Yes, Nualia. But yeah, they're basically explaining the ritual for Nualia and the reasons and stuff behind it and what actually happened, and how we're explaining like it was nothing bad, but it was something that needed to be done for the betterment of the town. And I believe things went well.
Yeah, because I met Ivy's dad, but everyone else got to reconnect with him. And even though we had kind of awkward moments, we still overall figured out. And Snoot Newt McGee got a swift kick to the butt and said, "Bye bye. We don't care about your drama. Bye byes." Class dismissed.
I also
Yeah,
wrote that every fucking villager is there. Ivy's dad and Gavin too.
Yeah, your
That's true.
boyfriend's there.
and then it went into a shopping episode we weren't expecting, but yeah.
Yeah. Consignment shop.
That was from the session before that.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Confused. It's been a bit.
Oh, so we
It
did
has
the
been a bit.
consignment shop and stuff, and then we did the town meeting, and then after that we went and had debauchery time
Okay.
Yes.
to celebrate.
You guys met the leader of the Bunyip Club, as along with Reckitt's semi-adopted uncle, I would say. Definitely not dad, but definitely uncle.
Uncle-esque. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Like, I'm kind of like looking after you, but you can do your own thing.
Yeah.
And Priest Daddy gave us a night on the town with monies.
Yes. Just to unwind after all your trials and tribulations. And we ended up where we are now. To recap the questing side of things, you all have been investigating several different lines of knowledge. One, someone called Chopper, who you did find out that Gavin's brother was a victim of Chopper. You're looking into Rip Nugget, the goblin ghoul you heard rumors of when you were talking with the gentleman ghouls under the chapel. You have the red slabs you started investigating, which Hazel did discover that it is some kind of conduit for magic, though right now it is infernally charged. And then there's the pit, which is what Nualia warned you about, that there are 7 dooms coming from the pit.
Oh, and I figured out at some point that the pit and the crypts are connected.
Correct. They're both Thalassian in origin.
I thought I did that.
Oh, okay.
So,
Because I remember
That
rolling
was-
like super high.
yes, that was Hazel talking with, I can't remember his name now. I lose track
Bodert?
of these. Yes, Bodert. And there was the connection with the map of where the pit currently stands, and the fact that in the crypt was the map that was making details about the pit. And so that is the connection you were building up off of that whatever is happening from the crypt is origins from the pit, or vice versa. You're not sure.
Yeah, because I believe Wreck-It kind of really looked into the pit stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, but it's, I guess, just to bring it up, I'm looking through the quest log and rumors. It looks like a lot of them are blank except the pit. Is that
Yep.
intentional? Okay.
Yep. That's, you can thank updates for that, and Monk's not updating it all so far yet. So
Okay.
good times. But informationally, that's about where you're at. And as we come up onto the next day, I'll ask you guys, how are you finding yourselves the next day after a night of debauchery?
I think we did finish off a couple of those, not to I think a couple of those quests I know were marked off. I can't remember which ones. I think the red slabs were done for the moment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the pit was as well. For at least finding all the information about it.
So you were done with Chopper. You found all the information you possibly could about Chopper currently. Rip Nugget was not complete. The pit is not complete.
Oh,
the red
okay.
slabs is complete as far as you're able to do for now. You need more information from sources that you cannot get here to research that further.
And they said that
Robert has.
Sorry.
Good.
In the pit, I think we decided was too dangerous for the moment because everyone kept warning us that you should go out do other stuff first. I actually remember stuff. I don't know how.
Oh, and Arcana found out about Rip Nugget Because there were some beat up dudes that approached her south of town. They said something about a boggy creek and that there were gobs running ambushes on people.
Yes. Yeah, Boggy Creek to the south of town, which here I will actually bring up our Sandpoint map.
But yeah, I woke up hungover.
Well,
So did Ivy.
Yeah, Record would have probably been like, kind of hungover and probably sprawled out like over on top of like Hazel. They were both there.
Yeah, but I
Probably.
wasn't fucking with you. I want to go find lesbians.
Oh. Well, okay. Well, sprawled out somewhere then in there.
Arcana's just got lots of like scrap pieces of paper around her. Like she had like a little notebook that she had, and she'd been like ripping out pages so you could just see the really badly poorly drawn movie stick figures, and she's like tried over and over, and she's just like waking up like with saliva on them.
And Ivy is in her bed at the church with tear stains on her pillow.
So
Sulking.
what is the So what is the plan then, folks? To let you know, if you want to look at your map to the south, there is the Boggy Creek. That is actually the name of the creek.
Yeah. Well, the tarts were a good breakfast, if you catch what I mean. So Hazel is going to get up and get the fuck out and go.
Yeah, Record would probably, try to get something to try to like sober up, like after they get rid of the hangover, get some kind of food, water, all that stuff.
I wasn't talking about food.
Oh.
What do you think a tart is?
Like
Tangy?
a lemon tart.
Go look up the old term for tart.
Well, Wreck-It was really trying to find something to like help with his hangover.
I mean, that helps with the hangover.
I guess.
But anyway.
Gotta start calling people tarts. Look at me like, what?
So, yeah, what would everyone like to do now that you're kind of getting your bearings? I mean, 3 of you are all in the same building or convening outside of it, so yeah.
Well, Ivy's gonna drink some black coffee and have a prairie oyster to help with her hangover.
Anna comes over and just gives her a pat on the shoulder. Hard night, eh?
Don't want to talk about it.
I don't know what you're all talking about, but I had a lovely night with 2 glasses.
You had 2.
Just 2 this time?
Yeah, just 2.
Just 2.
I didn't. I wasn't able to get my normal 3, you see.
Arcana just starts banging her head on the table.
There was banging happening, yes.
I was like, you can remember. You can remember how many. I'm not sure. Yeah. And even
Probably 1.5.
He would start trying to make calculations. He would start like counting on his fingers, trying to make calculations in his head. And he's like, it's too early for this. And like, I need some coffee.
You
Ivy
didn't.
knocks back her prairie oyster and then just starts rubbing her temples.
Ivy, did you have any?
Any what?
You know, tots.
I'm tartless.
Oh, how shame. Join me next time.
Perhaps I will. She just kind of slumps.
Oh.
So what are we doing today, guys?
Well, we have that pit situation, and then those, gentlemen that we spoke with in the cave.
You know what? I think caves are dark and the sun is too loud. I vote for the cave.
Well, it's better than the hole. Well, depends on which hole.
Mm-hmm.
Rekka was about to say something and he just goes back and just drinks some more coffee.
Out of character, I am so fucking sorry.
You shouldn't be.
It's just
Very
lighting-
amusing.
Front is just lighting up something that looks kind of like a cigarette, but isn't a cigarette.
Oh, okay.
I ain't got the energy for this kind of thing this morning.
Did you have some charts as well?
No!
Oh.
Look! And she takes the, like, she had, like, gathered up all the pages. She says, look! And throws them out, and it just starts raining, booby lady stick figurines.
Hazel goes and grabs them really quick and throws them in the fire. Can't do that in public, dear.
There's a lot of things you can't, even a 1.5! These are crying.
So,
Ivy just kind of pats Arcana's shoulder.
Just the like the ears are like flat, like sad.
Anyway,
Thought I
girls.
wanted to talk.
Anyway, girls. Stop moping and maybe we should get going.
Yeah, I'll feel better once we get up and move. Ivy stretches, make sure that she's got her equipment on, readjusts her shoulder pad because it's on backwards, and then gets ready to go.
okay.
Anna looks once more at the illustrated book she has for inspiration. She turns to page 69 and dreams, and then she proceeds to get on with her day.
All right. So, what is your plan then? What would you like to do? You have a few different lines of inquiry. You've got whatever this lead for this goblin ghoul is. You have the leads on the pit. You have your research. So, what would you like to do?
I know people were saying that we wanted to like hold off on the pit because people were kind of wary about it when we talked to them about it. But let me
We
see.
went to see Rip Nugget then.
Yeah, but we were talking about also what was it? The cave? What cave?
The Rip Nugget Cave.
So what? Okay, so that was for okay.
I think we want to go speak with the old man ghoul to find more out about the guy. That we gotta go beat up because they asked us to.
I'm sorry, for which old man?
The old man ghoul. Yeah.
The one that I made the deal with.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless we have all the information about Rip Nugget to go find Rip Nugget. Otherwise, I'd go say we need to go speak with the gentleman, goblin.
The gentleman ghoul.
Ghoul goblin.
Yes. Gotcha. I am on the same page now. All right. So yeah, totally up to you. What would you like to do?
I'm fine with that. Heading down and trying to get some more information then on Rip Nugget.
I'm trying to find the ghoul guy's name.
They usually want something. Do we have anything with? Because they were kind of interested in knowledge, weren't they? Too, kind of like Brewed Art.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see what I have that we can bargain with. Oh God, I can't get to my. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, I have that old fragile scroll in Thessalonian that we weren't sure.
Wolgur.
Ogre.
Wolgur.
Okay, the only
Is the
thing that
name of the
I
ghoul.
the only thing that I have is the old and fragile scroll written in Thessalonian, and I believe that Brewed Art was less interested in it, but we kept it in case we could use it for something.
Hmm.
We could use that to barter information with the old gentleman. Ghoul. Because that's all I have. Oh yeah, and some of the rubbings. I guess we have the rubbings of the other stuff. We can give them to them as well.
Yeah.
Copies of them. So I think we have stuff.
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea. So what's the quickest way to get there?
I mean, we gotta go through the crypts again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are they still open?
The crypts. So the crypts
Mhm.
themselves, you guys had built this locked gate over the crypts themselves. It would be easy enough to get the key from the groundskeeper. Going down into the catacombs wouldn't be too big of a deal.
Yeah, I
will
think we should.
to at least get everyone on the same page. Let me move people to where this would be. Oh, this system. This zany new system. Okay, let's get you guys back in here.
Totally unrelated, but Fritos made these flavored twisted queso and they're back in stock now, and I fucking love them.
So yeah, you guys had made a deal with Wolgar Raps and his ghoul crew, and he was going to, in exchange for your silence, he was looking to make sure that Rip Nugget and his crew would not have access to the tombs. Let's see. Does anyone want to put light on? Because I think you are all pretty much blind here.
I can low light, but
There we go. I
Yeah,
have
think
dark
we got
vision.
Too low light. And... Yep. Okay.
funny thing, way off to the west is Audrey with the light on in a random room.
Oh, thank you for my. I can
Yeah.
bring her over.
I believe last time we had light on Bluey. It made it look like it was fused, but it was actually just a light. I'm trying to remember
Sure.
who cast that on him though.
Twas not me. I cannot cast light.
There.
Or was it that, or did I just use a torch and just actually kind of lit it? This look like, I forget what it was.
I'm pretty sure somebody had did the lights because I remember it being talked about where the light would go to, and everyone decided to put it on Bluey.
Hmm.
So I'll activate it on him for the time being. And you guys are back down in the catacombs. It doesn't seem, as you guys were entering down here, it doesn't seem like there's been anyone else that's been down here since the ritual. It's been pretty much left alone. And give me some perception checks. It can be blind or open, whichever.
Just to let you know, everything is super laggy.
Where do I find that on my new bar, or is it not there?
On your new bar, so above your name should be saves, core skills, and lore skills. Just click that.
Oh.
And it should be at the very top.
Let's see.
Perception.
Yeah, everything's slide showing.
Would this include vision?
Yes.
Okay.
Would we say we've had did we long rest last time?
Yes, you all can claim a long rest, so you can all do the rest for the night. If it's slide showing, it might be to lower your performance settings in your core settings. Because you can change performance mode, max frame rate, and everything like that through the game settings now. Yeah, we've had to a fair amount of the dice so nice additions were causing the game to outright crash. So we've had to remove basically all of them. So it's just the basic dice so nice now.
Okay. Also just thinking, I guess Bluey wouldn't have all those debuffs on him still, right?
Let me look at him. No, he would not. There we go.
Okay.
No, it's been a full day for everyone, including Bluey.
Is it configure settings? How do I lower the...
So yeah, it would be configure settings under core, and then scroll down. There should be an option for performance mode as well as maximum frame rate.
I don't see anything called core. It's just core keybinds, core mouse controls. My controls.
Oh, that would be why. Yep.
It's configure settings, or...
Yeah, it's so it'd be configure settings. At the top should be the core. It's always the very first option.
Oh, the very first, okay. And then there's performance mode low. I already have it low.
And probably maximum frame rate. Drop that down to like, I think the recommended is 30.
Okay. We don't need 60
It just
frames
is
for this.
No, I always keep it at 30.
Okay. Just letting folks know that I'm still waiting on Odin.
Yep. It's version 13. It's scuff mode. We're figuring things out and figuring out why certain things are acting a certain way. I'm very curious about how everything's gonna work.
Don't even start. Where Freya? Stop.
Okay, so you do know that they had gone through and reinforced that entrance that you had found when you first came in here. You know where it's at, so you don't need to do like additional perception checks to say what, but you do see that, hey, things really haven't changed. Arcana and Hazel coming down here, it's noticeable that this place is untouched compared to the last time you were here.
Okay.
Nothing's come through.
Oh, I didn't do my rest.
fantastic.
I just need to make sure that I didn't have. What was the? Okay, I don't think I have that one spell. I forget what it's called. The mage armor. They changed it to.
Oh,
Mystic
no.
armor.
Okay, yeah, I don't have that. I don't have to worry about it. Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys remember where the entrance was?
Well, we just came down here, didn't we? Oh, to
Yes,
the old men.
so-
Old men.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was down over in this direction.
Yeah, I think so. I hope they don't mind us dropping in again.
Oh, it's still slide showing. I don't know what's causing this.
Oh wow.
Mine is too.
Yeah, that's. I made some changes and it made it seem like it. Yeah, mine wasn't doing that before.
Okay, yeah, now I am seeing it as well, which I am wondering if that is a lighting engine thing.
Yeah, because it just started happening when you turn the light on Bluey.
You just turned it off for a second?
Yeah.
No, it's still doing it.
Very, very interesting. I am very curious to why that is happening. Well, for the time being, I'm just going to do this. Now I'm wondering if there's something going on with Oracle.
Yeah, gotta love
Oh,
updates.
Cloudflare then, right? Does it deal with Cloudflare?
Yep.
Ah, there you go. Alright.
Just a second to check on that. But yeah, in the meantime, we're not really moving anywhere at the point. So is there anything you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go through my bags and find some stuff that I think that he might find of use. Because I did mention it. I have the old and fragile scroll. I guess I could have spent time to make copies of the rubbings.
Mm-hmm.
There's also that gem dust too.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
After having learned and stuff, is there anything that I have that I think that he might find of use?
I mean, any of it might be useful to a ghoul. It really depends on how intelligent he is, if there's any magic users among his crew, though ghoul magic users is pretty rare.
Mhm.
The real challenge is going to be finding him. So
Oh, okay.
if you would, I would allow for a perception check, a survival check. Actually, I'll take that back. This would be a survival check.
Okay. I have it
This will be
untrained,
blind,
but
please.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody that wants to roll or just her?
Anyone who wants to roll can roll, but it will be
Okay.
survival.
That's a lot to blind.
Sorry.
Oh, my screen went black. Oh no, my screen! I try logging back in. But try it again. Blind.
Very interesting. Yes, please.
Yep, blind.
Well, my screen's still black, so I'm still very much blind.
You're gonna take some time to load in. It takes a while.
Yep.
If it's any help, it's saying that latency is 19 ms.
It's very low. So like the communication with the server is very low, but there's something going on with generation, which it'll be something that I'm gonna have to experiment and figure out why exactly that is happening.
Do you think it is because of all the other issues that we've had today? Connectivity?
It's possible that that's messing with things. Yeah. So let's
Okay.
see. Oh, this is an interesting rolls. Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay, so what we're looking at here is going deeper into these goblin warrens is a maze, and I would say it takes about 30 minutes of you guys navigating to find where you had run into Wolgar before, and the place is very obviously abandoned. They had, as promised, they had cleared out to stop Rip Nugget wherever Rip Nugget is from intruding on the area, but they seem to have abandoned the area. I would say Arcana and Ivy, you both have a idea of what direction they may have gone in these caverns.
He went over there, and over there, and over there.
I share my findings.
I do too.
So it's just a matter of, do you want to pursue this lead?
Well, I think we have no other choice unless we just want to randomly just walk around and trip over our own heels, as it were.
Should we see if they left anything behind?
We could, but I wouldn't want to upset them in thinking that we're ransacking whatever.
Good point.
Yeah, they might consider us tomb thieves again. My guess is, I don't know if there's any harm in trying to find them, but they're our only lead.
All right, let's go track them down.
All right, so I'd like another round of survival checks, please. As you're going through and making your way through the caverns, Arcana, you get the smell of something. It smells almost like fresh air, but there's something about it that is stale in a way that it's hard for you to place. But it is another exit or entrance or some kind of window into the outside that some fresh air is coming in from.
Lemony fresh.
Oh, it is the opposite of lemony fresh.
Very stinky. And stinky.
It is
Not
it is
me.
not
I'm not
pleasant.
the stinky fox today.
No.
There's something stinky. That way.
What?
There's something of a very unnatural smell in that general direction.
Should we go that way then?
Probably point us into the right direction. However, I do not know what we may find. Could be corpse. Could be worse. Could be ghoul. Possibilities.
Well, don't have any other leads. May as well follow it.
All right. So is everyone in agreement that you're going to be following this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you continue to follow this air. One last round of survival checks, please. Okay, so as you were going through, you are weaving in and out of these caverns in a very you've been down here maybe an hour walking at this point. It's very much a disorienting thing, but you do come and you see some fresh light starting to pour through the ceiling. And as you approach, Wreck-It, as you approach, you kind of come out as the person in the lead, and this is almost a sheer cliffside down.
Like,
Um,
like I mean, he would immediately stop and then it's like, oh, whoa, and it's a long way down there. But he would still kind of look around, but yeah, he would immediately stop so people wouldn't, accidentally go over or anything.
it does seem like there is a somewhat, it's not exceptionally narrow, but there is a narrow path going out of that hole out into the outside. It is pretty sheer against a rock face, but it's navigatable. Like, you could probably walk up and out of this area if you wanted.
Yeah, let's look at this. Yeah, there's another. I guess. Yeah, this is a pretty much like a way out of these crypts here, but it is a little bit narrow. Would it be? I mean, I know Wreck-It is small, but like, would it be difficult for anyone that's not of small size to like go through there?
It might take a check, but you don't think it would be anything that would be exceptional. It's just a matter of making it through without banging your head on something or taking a slip and a tumble. But it doesn't seem to be anything that would be exceptionally difficult athletically. And if it was bad, it would be more of as you fall, it would turn into a slide and you'd take some bumps and bruises, but it would be nothing that would be considered lethal.
Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't be nothing too bad, but you want to be careful unless you want to take a tumble down there.
Would I be able to figure out roughly where we were in relation to like the ground above us? Like, would I be able to tell that we went south, north, east, or west?
Not from inside the cavern, no.
Okay.
If
Do I
that's
have a
something you want
compass?
to know. I mean, you have a compass. Yeah, you could, if you've been following it since you left, then sure. But I will say that you have not.
Okay.
With your rolls, you have certainly not.
Fair enough. Maybe the ghouls dug their way out here to, surprise the rip nugget on the other side.
Well, maybe. But yeah, I mean, we can keep going. We just need to be careful.
All right.
Okay.
Ivy takes a look.
Are you just like looking outside, or are you climbing out to like see the landscape?
I want to like go down and out to see what's on the other side of, like where it comes out from.
So are you leaving the cavern or not?
Yes.
Okay, I need an athletics check.
Okay.
Actually, excuse me, acrobatics.
Acrobatics? Why is it acrobatics?
Because you're keeping your balance. You're not hiking, you are balancing.
Got it. Well, that sucks. I only have a +1 to that.
Okay. And you are able to scramble out, and you're pretty sure of yourself as you make your way out and onto this cavern and start making your way up the path and up and out. Yep. Hazel as well. If you're following, you're able to manage your way out. It doesn't seem to be too difficult. It seems to be almost semi well traveled. Wreck-It, this is no problem at all for you. You hop out, Bluey's right behind you, and you guys are. This is almost made to be basically like a goblin path. While it's a little bit smaller compared to what Hazel and Ivy are probably usually walk on the roads, for you and for whoever has made this path, this is pretty easy going. And then Arcana, are you going to stay in the cave alone?
No, it's lonely.
Yeah. Do you want to, if you want to follow, it'll be an acrobatics check unless you have something else you think would be good.
Yeah, no one likes to be in a cave alone.
Yeah.
I'll do acrobatics.
Sure.
Blind?
Yes, please. No problem at all. In fact, Arcana, as you make your way up and out, you've traveled along narrow paths like these before, especially in your different journeys as a speaker of the dead, going into maybe backwater villages to assist. Going through this kind of reminds you that same vibe, that this might have been a long time ago, an actual like well walked road that has gotten much more narrow over misuse over time. And indeed, as you go up and out, you can see that this is almost a network of old farm roads that have gone into disservice, that have been used recently by smaller creatures. As you make your way out, the air up here is a little stale. It's high up, but the actual outside of the cliffside itself, as you go up and up and up, it's very flat. It's very much plateau. There's a couple possible places you could be. It could be that you made it all the way down to the Ashen Rise, which is miles south of Sandpoint. More than likely, you're on the Devil's Platter, which is a plateau southeast of Sandpoint that major river goes across that used to be a lot more used going down to different farmlands. In fact, here, I'm going to actually take us into this regional map. So looking at this regionally, it's very likely you guys are on or near the Devil's Platter. If anyone wants to make checks to verify it, you are more than welcome to, or you can let me know what else you would like to do or see while you're here.
Okay. I'd like to check and verify.
Yeah.
Me too.
I would say survival would be appropriate. I would also accept society in this case.
I'm doing society.
Society. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go with society as well. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, you've both been here in this region all of your lives. You've gone up and down the riverside. You've been through the different roads and have gotten out of town maybe once or twice, either with family or on whatever kind of expedition that Rickett and his crew would go on as he was growing up. What kind of chaos that he would drive, or maybe inspirations he might have. But it's something that you both have been through enough to recognize that, yeah, this is Devil's Platter. And looking around, this place is pretty rough. Rough would be the most generous way to put it.
Oh wow, I didn't know that we'd gone this far south.
Yeah, we're definitely looks like the Devil's Platter around here. So yeah, like we're pretty far from Sandpoint.
Aren't we close to the pit?
Let me see. That I wouldn't be sure of. Like Devil's Platter is pretty big, so I don't know where we would be like in the Devil's Platter if we can tell that.
I would say that in this case, this lines up with a few rumors you might have heard while you were investigating the pit, that there are some goblin clans that live in Devil's Platter and even like the top area of the pit that would dig caves and move through the earth as much as possible. So considering what you know about the goblins, and specifically while you're investigating Rip Nugget, it's likely that it lines up that these caves would end up coming up to the Devil's Platter.
But yeah, I don't know if I would be able to tell. Like from what I know about the pit, though, would be kind of I don't know where exactly the pit would be located in the Devil's Platter, and if we are near it.
Well, I suppose there are many. I don't know if we can actually find them at this point, considering there's probably dozens of holes that lead back into everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to find them if they kind of took off for the moment.
Well, I guess we just gotta go to the creek.
Well, I mean, we could, but I mean, if we're here at the Devil's Platter, we could also try to look into a little bit more of the pit if we're here already. But it's up to you guys.
You have a good point.
It's either that or return back to town to ask about this Rip Nugget thing.
We got several leads on different things, so but yeah, I'm up for anything. But yeah.
What do you say, Arcana?
I see. It is hard to make decisions on my own, so I go with what the group thinks.
If that's the case, sorry, my voice is cracking. If that's the case, we did make the promise to the goblins, and I don't know how long their patience would be. Perhaps we should return and ask about to see if we could find a location of where it would be. Again, the pit is going nowhere.
Indeed.
True. I was just saying since we might be close to it, but yeah.
Is there anything here indicating, I guess, unless, so does the tracks go cold from here, or do we have a chance to see if we can see if we know where they may have gone?
Sure. Go ahead and do some perception checks. See if you can pick up the trail. I would also accept survival if you'd prefer. And Arcana?
It's the survival. Oh no, not black screen again.
We're also, if she's freezing up, then I know that we're hitting ads.
Yeah. Let's see. If we're hitting ads, let's go ahead and do an ad break, and I will reveal what you find when we come back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. We'll be right.
Yay, we're
Core,
back.
hot mic.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Beep boop.
Air conditioner.
Micro needling. All right. What would folks like to do then? I think we were looking perception checks, survival checks, just to
We
get the
did.
lay of the land.
We did those already.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm just getting my headspace back together too after getting into the back end of this. Okay, so what you do end up finding is that you guys are semi-close to where the pit would be. Looking into how some of these old farm roads would be, they specifically go around the area where you know the pit would be after your investigation and talking with Broderick before. The pit itself, as you get your bearings, you guys are right about here.
Any with the goblins, do we know where they're, or because I specifically was asking, did their trail go cold?
Okay, the goblins or the ghouls, because it
The
is
ghouls,
two
sorry.
different
Well,
groups.
the goblin ghouls.
The ghouls.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the guy that you made a deal with was not a goblin.
Okay, so he's a ghoul. All right.
He's just a normal ghoul. It's the goblin ghouls that are the weird ones.
Oh, okay. The guy
so-
we were doing deals with.
Wolgar. Wolgar's crew disappeared, and as far as you know, you haven't seen them or their trail yet.
Okay.
There are some tracks of the goblin ghouls that would have snuck in and were the ones that had taken Nuwalia's corpse in the first place that you have been
Okay.
able to somewhat track down out here. Wolgar's crew is a lot better covering their tracks and being, authentically sneaky ghouls and not just bash into things and take things.
Okay, because we were basically we were trying to find Wolgar because we were trying to find information about the ghouls, the goblin ghouls, but I guess we found the goblin ghouls stuff, so we might not need to go after Wolgar anyway.
Right. So
Yeah.
those tracks definitely head towards the pit. Like, now that you guys are kind of getting your orientation, you see where the farm roads are going, you can see that from that road that you were taking where it was kind of like the goblin tracks and the road were mixed up, you can see, like, with enough examination, you can see where the goblins take off from that road, and you can see it going towards this rise of stone that is off about half a mile to the southeast. It's the rise itself that you're seeing it's jagged rock that is just jutting out of the earth as if something had exploded birthed out of it.
So do we follow the goblins?
That's kind of what we were looking for, right?
Yeah. Looks like they're headed southeast.
Well, I say that's what we're looking for, so we might as well continue looking for the goblins.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking for these guys and they're also going to the pit, we can maybe get two birds with one stone. So maybe we should just keep them going.
Anybody else need a break or anything, or is everybody feeling okay?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Me too.
Okay, so as you continue on, that works again. Good. Cool. As you continue on, you see this ridge of jagged rock. You would know with your investigation and what you've talked with so far, as well as your good perception checks, you rolled exceptionally well, that although these rocks are very jagged and jutting out in a lot of different directions, the slopes can be harsh. There are a few places that other adventurers have gone that are a little bit have a little bit of a well-trodden path. You can see the goblin tracks do go in a different direction in a much smaller space that it's possible Rekit could get through, but the rest of you, it is not large enough for you to be able to get through easily. It would be a very difficult thing to do. But there is the more well-trotted, well-walked route south.
Like, how long is that path kind of like that? Is there any way I could, like, if I have anything on me, that'd be able to like kind of manipulate the path to make it easier?
It's very unlikely without doing some big damage to the environment to manage that.
Okay.
It's basically like it's a cross section of those spiked, the jagged rocks jutting out. That's almost like a triangle of just being able to duck under one of them to keep going.
Oh, okay.
But the main...
So like it's
Sorry.
It's considered a tiny space, so it's like a Audrey-sized space that a goblin can like duck and squeeze through. A medium-sized creature is going to have a damn hard time getting through it.
Okay, I see.
Okay, so the main road, they're not going to go down that main road. So we're kind of at an impasse.
Right. They're heading to the same general direction.
If only we had a goblin-sized friend that could go check it out.
I mean, I can go check.
I would rather not send him himself, so I disagree.
I can also become small.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I also have something I can also... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use my summon Fae.
Ooh.
Cool.
Okay. So we're summoning the Fae. So let's see. So this is a Fae creature that is a level under you.
Mm-hmm.
No, is -1 to fight for you. Yeah. So let me look and see what kind of Fae we're dealing with here.
Grimple, Hanover, Mifflet, Nyctera, Sprigjack, Sprite, and Tooth Fairy.
Mm-hmm.
So which is your choice?
Let's go ahead and go with the Mifflet.
Okay. Oh God.
It's Harry.
I thought it was Marv.
Marv was the other.
No.
Oh,
This is
okay.
Harry.
We use
It
Mifflet.
lasts for just for a minute, right?
No,
It's sustained for up to 1 minute. That's what it says on the thing.
we never used it that way.
Okay.
No.
I'm just saying.
So what kind of Miffet do you want?
Kind of, I guess kind of like the image. He has like dobby floppy ears. And blue, yellow eyes.
One second, let me go look and
I want
see.
to get the picture. I prefer that he actually has teeth, because this looks kind of creepy without teeth. Here, I'm going to send to you.
Yes, please.
That's the one that they said. I mean, if you want it to be negative, if you want it to be sustained for a minute, that's fine, but I just know that we've never treated it like that.
Mm-hmm. There we go. It helps if I can spell things correctly. Okay, so I do not have an image for that, but for that creature, good to know. So yeah, you summoned this little gremlin, beady-eyed, blue-skinned, little fairy folk, and he's like, "What do you want? What are we doing here?"
I want
And he, as he's
Okay.
looking at you, he pulls out a cigarette and lights it.
Oh, that's perfect. I would like you to go ahead with some of the others and track out to see where some goblin ghouls have gone. Unfortunately, I'm quite a bit too large.
Yeah, and you haven't done that diet you were talking about, did you?
Excuse me, I can't get as small as you.
some women see that as a good thing. And he'll look at it like, all right, which one? Who's going where? What am I doing? And he's like, you, Pipsqueak. And he points to you, Wreck-It. He is smaller than you.
Pipsqueak. Okay. All right. Kind of like, right. Nods, but kind of also kind of taps Bluey, who looks like a moving bomb, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna be heading in there.
Your bomb's not gonna fit. It's a medium.
I will say there's no way Bluey's gonna make it through that.
Oh, okay. No, okay, never mind. I keep forgetting. Blue is actually bigger. But yeah.
Kit was going to go in as a fox, I think, right?
Yeah.
Then, Ivy and I shall stay here and, I suppose, watch the entrance.
All right. He finishes off one cigarette, takes out a second, lights. All right. Am I leading the way? You leading the way? What's going on?
I'll go take point. I'll go.
All right.
But going through the area, Rick is gonna try to scout a little bit ahead and try to be as kind of discreet as possible.
Sure. I would like you to do a, let's see here. That'll be a stealth check.
Okay.
In the meantime, Kit, what does your fox form look like as you transform into this small-sized fox?
So, Arcana's just kind of standing there with this mark of a grin and pulls out a special card. It's like freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! Pulls it out, gives a grin. You see Firefox magic, and all you just see is poof! And you just see this little fluff ball of a fox.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute!
Con.
So fluffy, I'm gonna die. Anyways, but do you want the stealth roll to be public or private?
Private, please. And the midfoot is going to go and just brazenly try to mount you, Kit.
What?
Yeah.
Phrasing.
He is a tiny creature. You are a small creature. You can act as a mount for him, and he's just going to attempt to mount you.
Okay.
So, let me see here. I need to pull up some information. So, yeah, Kit, is this something you accept? That this literally, him getting close to you, you're as a fox, you have your sharper, sense of hearing and smell. This guy smells like a bus stop. There's smoke. Ass. He smells like ass. He smells like a little bit of urine, smoke, a little stale beer. He is a mess of a creature.
I was okay with the smoke smell until you said piss smell. Now I want to kind of try to buck him off.
Oh yeah,
I'm not getting that shit on my fur.
Yeah, you just toss him off immediately. All right. People have standards around here. Fox.
Takes a little paw and just wipes the nose, you gave a dog too many kisses and it wipes it away. Just like that. Just.
What the fuck,
so he's going to... No.
Because he said that he mounted her.
Yeah, that's where your head goes. Of course, my darling.
Dang! Look at that action.
Yeah, it's some torque.
I just look at him she just looks down at him right like that.
Just like it.
Just
like Shrek when he's looking down at Donkey.
I need to see here. Sorry, I have a lot of maps that I am referencing at the moment. So, okay, so as you're going through Wreck-It, you start to navigate into this pit. You see that while you have heard stories about this place being this horrible place where literally demons inhabit, going closer, especially through this path, there are some rope ladders you're noticing, probably some ways that other adventurers have gone down. There are some actual, like, in the ledges that leading down, you can see like stairs carved into the rock. You can see different cave systems going off of that cavern as it leads down into this smoke-filled pit. I take that back. Not smoke, but mist. This constantly rolling mist obscuring the depths of this deep hole. Yeah.
Okay. But so see that, but then so we see basically other ways and other entrances that other adventurers have used, and they are, I would assume that some of them, at least some of them, are of medium size or bigger.
Oh yeah. Like looking around, you can see where these paths would be that even a medium or even like if a large creature was being, careful, could manage their way down into the pit itself. But you just do see that, like, calling it a pit does it a disservice. This is a crater. This is basically a column going down into the depths of who knows how deep, with all that mist that's flowing there. But each of these ledges that are about 20 to 30 feet apart, as you kind of go down rope ladders into different areas, there's numerous caves and paths that branch out under the earth. This is a labyrinth.
Oof. But okay, but so it's just basically like a labyrinth, but it's like in the middle, it's just a big, like basically a big smoking crater, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Let me
I'm gonna
see.
go ahead and take us over.
And let me see. As we're going through that, there doesn't seem to be anything like any kind of activity of like any other kind of like any guess are there other life signs or anything around?
Give me a perception check, and Kit, as you're following along, you're able to as well as give me your own stealth roll.
Okay. So, where's my stuff? Oh my gosh, I haven't played anything with stealth in so long.
I gotta stop looking at the middle of the pit because I keep seeing faces.
Okay, so just the general stealth blind.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else?
Perception.
Perception. Yeah, I'm not all that stealthy.
That's okay.
Oh, loud fox.
We'll just do that to make it even more frustrating. Okay, so Kit, you're not the most stealthy at this point. You've had a small fit about this Nitflit who is like staying next to you with those smells and just so you're not being especially stealthy, but your sharp senses are keen on what's happening. You can hear movements down into the depths. In fact, even in that first ledge, you can hear kind of off to the north as it cuts in, something moving in there. Rekit, as you're looking in, yeah, there is definitely something here. You can see those goblin tracks that you had followed through here go down into that first ledge and go into that cavern. It seems like those goblins are unwilling to go deeper into the pit.
Wait, so there's a different like cavern they went into, or it was, but just not one that went deeper.
Right, they didn't go deeper. So if we're looking at the map right now, and we have this rope ladder to the south that goes down onto this first ledge that you can see. They disappear to the north before that second one. So like
Okay.
they disappear like in, if it will let me. Oh, it might be because I'm in the wrong engine. Right around here, they seem to be disappear under that lip of the cave.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. At this point, if there's nothing else really of note, would we be able to basically see one of the other kind of paths that a larger like creatures would be able to go through and kind of backtrack, see if we can come out and be able to like basically find the entrance that like the others could use more easily?
So I would say that you guys probably coming through the smaller entrance, you guys ended up right about here to the north side of the cave.
Okay.
From what you're seeing, it's way to the south.
Okay.
Getting around the lip of the jagged rocks is going to be difficult, but it's not impossible. There's always also going back and seeing where that other path goes, if it goes down to that rope or to the ladder to the south. So it's really up to you if you want to try and walk this lip, if you want to jump down and follow the ledge, or if you want to go back and follow the path that you know of.
Okay. 'Cause we don't know where the path that the larger creatures can take like comes out of. I think, at least for me, I think maybe jumping down and then taking the path going or like down the like I guess the easier path to get down to the other entrance. That's what I would want to go for. But
Okay.
but I would could prefer Kit. So or what Arcana. So yeah. But yeah. If we jump down and go around and maybe go to that exit, that's maybe for larger. That might fit for a larger creature. We might be able to like come back out and be able to like get our bearings and find the others, and they'll be able to come through this way. Did you want to do that, Arcana, or did you want to try something else?
We can give that a try.
Okay, that sounds good then.
Just let
Okay.
people. Sorry. Just to let people know, we've been streaming for a year on Seven Dooms.
Oh wow.
Yes. On and
Oh,
off
wow.
for the year. Yep. It's the winter months were hard, but I'm hoping that we can get back to it. I would love to be doing this weekly, honestly. But yeah,
Can't quite do
I
that.
adore running this game. Yeah.
Wish we could.
So do I. So yeah, if you guys want to hop down, I will need athletics checks. This is a 20-foot jump.
Okay.
Do I get bonus for being Fox?
Well, let's look at your Fox form stats. Let me look that up real quick.
Actually, it might be worse, so be careful because you're tiny.
Let's see. So you would have a +5 to athletics.
Heck yeah, because
So
I have a
Fox.
+0 in my person form, so let's go.
All right.
Oh, that's better.
Go ahead and give me that athletics check.
Also, a ghost just knocked something down.
I do have
what?
a mechanics question.
Mm-hmm.
So the cool little MMO thingy, it doesn't have all my spells listed. So how do you cycle through them?
If you go ahead, so I will actually look at it with you. So when you go to spells, there's going to be a little tab to the right of it that says first rank. Click it, and it'll come with your first rank. And it's just so you will always see your cantrips because they're free, and then your other ranked spells are you just have to open up since they take resources. But,
Nice. Okay.
I hope I did that right, since I don't have a way to do it outside of Bloom +5 like that.
Nope, you did fine. You both nimbly hop down, quiet as the grave. Just no problem at all. And to have some fun, since our Mifflet friend is not the most stealthy person, I'll just do this in the open. and he gets a natural 20. So
What the fuck?
I will say that means all 3 rolls for this check were natural 20s. So you 3 hop down.
What?
What?
Wyatt is the grave.
Holy cow, dude! 3 nat 20s.
Yeah, I will screenshot for proof.
That's funny.
So you, all 3 of you, hop down. Quiet as the grave.
Wow.
You guys tell me what you're doing, what you're looking for. I will say that
I was just pointing out my +5 actually didn't come in there.
it didn't, but I could add it mentally. I was keeping track of it.
Oh.
So what you do see as you hop down is a door, actually, that from where those goblin tracks led. Let me look here. It's a pretty simple wooden door, but it is medium creature sized. It is fairly well constructed. It doesn't seem like the rickety shit you saw under the crypts. So hard to say if that's the only goblin entrance, or if it's originally a goblin lair and it's something else now, or if it's actually goblin or not. But you see goblin tracks heading into it, and you see a well-constructed door leading deeper into that cavern.
Okay. Well, Rego would take note of that, but would still then continue on and go around and go towards the other kind of entrance that's larger for other adventurers, and just as he's going around, just making sure there's like nothing else weird or any other kind of signs of potential dangers or anything like that. But he would make his way down that way.
Okay, so I will. Let me roll something real quick as you're doing that. Okay. Rickett, as you're going through and you're making it through, it takes a moment, and then you feel this energy kind of building up from the center of the pit. What would you like to do as you're heading to the ropes? You're going to be able to make it out, no problem.
Okay.
But something is happening within the pit.
Okay, like it's an energy. Like, can I get a sense of what kind of energy?
Sure. Do an Arcana check, and Arcana, you can do an Arcana check as well.
Arcana for Arcana?
Yeah. As this is happening, it's almost pure arcane magic, something that would be used as try to specifically not to be aligned with any element or spell casting school. It's almost a pure kind of magic, as there's this glowing violet light that's like pulsating from deep in the mists, and as it grows, you see it as well, Arcana, and it lasts a few moments, as it's almost as if someone's letting out an enormous exhaled breath, and then it goes normal. The violet light goes out.
So it's just this kind of violet energy that we see and kind of feel that comes from the pit.
And it's gone. Like it like as if someone was taking this deep breath and exhaling. It glows and ebbs, and then it fades and is gone.
Interesting.
Let me see.
We already wrote Arcana. Can I roll for
Yeah.
occultism?
to try and identify it?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. You have no earthly idea. This
Fox tilts his
is
head.
odd. Mhm.
I don't think I have anything to kind of do that.
Still that number.
Mhm.
Like we didn't see anything like kind of physically come out of it or anything like that. We just saw like it was basically just kind of a violet like light or something coming from it.
Yeah, it was like
And
a violet light that just kind of like a little bit of pulsating to it that grew and then just kind of faded away, like somebody taking a deep breath.
Can we see that from where we're at?
No,
Okay.
you guys are.
mm,
You guys currently, like, if we're looking at where the tokens are on the map, you guys aren't physically present there. This is just more of so that we can have a physical manifestation of the map, so I can explain things easier. You guys do not see that at all.
How long have they been gone?
Not long. Not long at all.
Okay.
mm. Okay. Okay, I guess we don't really have anything for that. So Reckitt's just gonna keep a mental note of that, and just and keep going.
Yeah, and as you climb out of the pits, you can see the path that's winding farther south. Are you guys going to follow that path, or what is the plan here?
Basically, my idea was to like basically keep going out, and try to get
Mhm.
outside of whatever like entrance or path that is, and see if I can get my bearings, and then be able to find the others so they can come like and go in this way.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a survival check. Yeah, so as you're coming down and you make your way out and you're getting your bearings, this seems to be like from one end to the other of this pit, it's roughly about 30, maybe 40 feet. It's not a extremely large pit, just very deep. And coming around the side of it, you can dip around and you can see where that path likely would have been where that you had seen earlier that you could follow, and eventually you would make it back around to Ivy and Hazel and Bluey.
And he would approach and like wave, and like, hey, we found another entrance. It should be big enough for you guys.
Oh,
Head
good.
after.
Yeah. And
But
yes. Mhm.
well, but it was a little bit weird. Well, first we did find the tracks of those like goblin ghouls. They did kind of go off to a door that was a little bit more well made than like the ones in the crypts. So I'm not sure if it's necessarily made by them or if it's something else. But in the pit itself, it's like a big smoking crater. But as we were going by, there was just this kind of pure, like kind of arcane, like kind of energy that kind of came from the middle of the pit. It was like a violet kind of energy, almost as if like the pit was sighing or like kind of breathing. But it went away. So it's odd. But yeah, that's what we saw down there.
Breathing?
Yeah.
I suppose I can look into it, considering this was the. We know it has connected to infernal energy. So I can look
Hmm.
into it.
Yeah, it was connected to those things that were inside that crystal thing, right? I think what was it? It
Yeah,
was in
let's go.
yeah,
I'll look into it when we get there.
yeah.
Yeah, as you going up and approaching, it's dark as it leads down into it. The mists do make it a little difficult to be able to see very deep down into it. Even getting down into that first layer starts to get dim at the very least. But there's no sign of that energy here.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll my nature justice sense because I said that I would do so.
Sure.
At least reassure them.
Mm-hmm. There's an energy here, but there's a lot of energies here. It is difficult to really get a feel for exactly what may have happened, but this place is, to say it's magically charged is an understatement.
Is it like before, or I was like I felt that it was infernal? Is it similar?
It could be infernal. It could be a lot of different things. To say any one specific thing is really difficult.
Okay, well I relay that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You said there was a door, though. Perhaps we should go do that. There's nothing much we can do at the pit at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like more to the north that way. That the tracks seem to go to the a wooden door. So I don't know if we're gonna encounter more of those goblin ghouls.
Goblins.
It's like down on this lower level, right? The more darker part,
Yeah.
like down here.
Yeah, give me just a moment, folks. How are we doing on break time right now, Shog? Or are we good right now?
I got 21 minutes before an ad.
Cool. I am.
And then I should have a couple of snoozes. Maybe one.
Trying to look and see what's going on performance-wise for the next map. And why it is laggy. But that is all right for the time being. It is what it is.
Bluey was flying across the pit, just like, whee!
Okay, so I understand more. It is the lighting system and walls that are not talking well together. That is what's lagging. It is the walls.
Fuck the
I
walls.
see.
But here we are. Let me get some appropriate music going.
Because we were over here, right, at the north.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys were up here. That you guys had. Yeah, go ahead and for there, and then there is your door.
Oh, McOwner has a work call. Should we just go ahead and run at 15? I mean, 10? 5?
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
Let's go ahead and run a 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We will be back shortly, folks.
All right, we're back.
Hello, everyone. We are back.
Ayo.
Yeah. So there's a big door. What would you like to do?
I would like to listen for it. I'm not playing Riven, so.
Okay. So, are you going to like put your ear to it, or are you just
Yeah.
kind of listening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Go ahead and do a
squeaks.
perception check for me, please.
Squeaky, squeaky. Where the fuck do I have perception?
So, listening in, you're not really hearing anything in the immediate vicinity. Maybe some scratching from maybe a side area here, like where you've seen like to the west. There's these little holes.
Okay.
Maybe some little creatures walking around in there, but from the door itself, you're not hearing anything.
Okay. I don't think there's any point in rolling another nature check because everything's muddled. She relays she doesn't hear anything too much other than the little scratchy noises. Oops. I accidentally clicked something and everybody vanished.
I don't know what happened to your token, but it's gone now.
Did you go to another floor or something?
I didn't mean to. I was just...
No
Oh,
problem.
okay.
I'll bring you
Okay.
back.
Yeah.
I'll bring you back. Let me look at that tile because that is not okay. Oh, it's a zone they put down. I do not know how to disable that right now. But
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna
There
go
we
open it
Region
anyway.
Controls. There we go. Get those out of there. We are good to go. So yeah, open the door. And you see right ahead of you is what looks to be a large horse with fiery eyes and wings and a giant lizard tail coming off of it, just menacingly straight ahead of you.
Okay, I still don't see anything. I'm still on the other map for some complete reason.
Okay, let me...
If you don't see it, it doesn't exist. If you don't see it, it doesn't exist. If you don't see it, it doesn't exist.
I disbelieve the illusion. I disbelieve the illusion.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, I was take us out and then take us back in to see if it'll work.
Okay. I closed the door. There's a giant... Kit, you're in my... Kit, move. It's time for you to go there. I turned to you, there's a flaming demonic horse.
Huh.
I really think we ought to leave.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something, we want to tackle now.
Okay, I
So
go to leave.
maybe.
Will you do a perception check for me, please, Hazel? Since you were the one that saw it.
God.
I assume I've gone back into my normal form, or should
Yeah.
I active? Okay. I just go poof.
That didn't seem real. It didn't move or anything. It was almost like a statue.
I still don't like it. It was a statue of some sort, but
Oh, statue.
perhaps Peter the horse is here.
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Give it a lick. Tastes just like raisins.
Peter, there's a flaming horse outside. Peter.
Peter, the horse is here.
Hey, Mom, there's some kind of weird creature in the backyard.
Looks like grandma, the fucking thing.
I'm going to
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to ease open the door and peek in.
Meh.
Okay. So you ease open and you peek in. It hasn't moved from its spot.
Reckitt's gonna like once Hazel opens it, he's gonna kind of squeeze like beside and try to look in too.
I shove his face out. Get off me.
Ivy
Um,
tries to look over top or like through any areas that she can try to peek through.
Get off me. I'm gonna take. Oh, that's a lot to. I don't have silver on me. I was gonna throw something in there. Like, I guess I could just pick a little pebble up and I toss it in there.
Yep.
Sit in the
it,
bucket bucket.
it plinks along the ground and it doesn't move. Who's looking in right now? Just Hazel, or is
Reckitt's
Reckitt
looking
as
in.
well?
Yeah.
She's shoving against his
Um,
face, trying to push him out of the way.
I'm gonna say Ivy and Arcana can't see at the moment because you two are fighting to try and look in. So either one of you can make a society check, or you can make a occult check.
Don't ass out the way, I can't see.
Shut up. Society or I have neither one of those.
I have a cult. I'm going.
Too bad you're in
No,
no
you're
way.
not. You can't see. You can't
I
see.
thought you said.
He specifically said no.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
you and Ivy can't see it. It's because
Oh,
me
I
and
dream.
Hazel are in the way.
Yeah.
I think I'll use. They're the same. I'm gonna use a cult on this one.
I'm occulting a game of charades with Ivy.
Reckitt, that's. You think that might be the Sandpoint Devil? Hazel, you're pretty sure that was the horse that won last year's Derby. You don't know why they strapped wings to it, but that's what it looks like.
Okay. I figured.
One of these are a lie.
So it's like, so Reckitt think that looks like from descriptions looks like the Sandpoint Devil.
Yes, that they had talked about during the church meeting. They had alluded to this devil, and Nualia had alluded to, but it is not alive. It seems to be, from where you're at, maybe taxidermied.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like it's. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's alive, but that looks like the Sandpoint Devil from what I've heard from the descriptions.
The Sandpoint Devil is the horse that won last year's. Why would they stuff it?
What? No, the Sandpoint Devil didn't run any races. No, the Sandpoint Devil.
I don't believe you. Anyway, get your face out of here.
God,
No.
he would. Okay, yeah. Well, he would move forward and I guess into the hallway, then get out of the way.
I think we should leave.
It's not. It's not.
Is it
seems to be
moving?
doing it. No, it's not moving. I'm pretty sure it's a statue. I mean, just because it's a statue doesn't mean it won't move like later, but right now it just seems like a statue with glowing eyes.
That it's probably a trap.
Well, I can always check.
Can always catch on fire too.
Yeah, and that's happened before. But yeah, that's kind of my thing.
Fantastic. Why don't we
Do
just
it, Reckitt.
just throw the mifflet down the fucking hall?
Okay, and so
Yeah.
you grab your mifflet, and he's like, "Oh, wait, no, that wasn't part of the deal." And you toss him into the middle of the room.
Okay.
he kind of like he stops and does the SpongeBob meme of him just kind of like huh, huh. He looks around. There's nothing here. It's just some spiders.
Oh,
Normal spiders?
I
I
grab
don't know.
I grab a wreck and pull him out and just shut the door. Leave the Mifflin in there with the fucking spiders.
I mean, they look stuffed. Or hey, what are you doing? Do you accept her grabbing you and pulling you back, Wreck-It?
Actually, no.
There's spiders.
Okay, if you want to resist, it'll be athletics checks against each other.
You know, Hazel, familiar abuse doesn't become you.
Shut
It
up.
totally does. Okay. Athletics check from Hazel.
I did. I just did it privately. I didn't realize.
Yeah, Reki, you slip out of her grasp.
Like I just
Ah, damn it.
it's spiders. It's going.
They
Record would
look-
move forward
They
and
look stuffed. I mean,
and then like look like could he see spiders or like at that point?
yeah. So as you're going in there, like the Nephilis kind of like just like looking there, and he goes to light up another cigarette. And he's just looking around. The very faint glow from his cigarette, and yeah, it looks like that horse looks like it might be the horse that won the Derby last year, but it is dead. It is stuffed. They've attached and sewn wings to it to try and make it look like the Sandpoint Devil. And there are some taxidermy spiders that are on the walls. This is like a intimidating almost trophy room. There are skulls lining the walls. It's done like there's some wolf skulls, some horse skulls, there's a couple human skulls. Each of these statues are posted in a menacing way. Like the demon horse is like up on its back hooves, like ready to stomp down. The spiders are like in different positions with their legs up or their abdomens up, but it's a statue room from what you can tell.
What's the
I-
Mifflin's name?
You guys didn't give a name.
I didn't give a name, no.
They all-
Actually, we don't know because Faye don't give out names.
True.
Yeah, I mean they're spiders, but they're all like statues or stuff. They're all like taxidermy. Like again, I'm not gonna necessarily say that that's gonna stop them from eventually coming and like trying to attack us, but I mean, right now they just seem like they're just stuffed.
I knew it was last year's Derby horse.
Let's see here.
Let me see.
I can't see shit.
So before
No, you're blind. You're super
before
blind.
yeah, before Wreck-It goes like further in, because again, just to check things, see if there's anything that could activate any traps or anything that could wake these things up or any kind of other traps.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll roll just thievery for that.
Yeah, go ahead and do a thievery check. See what you can
Okay.
glean from here. I'd accept thievery or I'd accept perception. Either or. Okay. It looks like there might be something going on with these spiders. Maybe taking a look around, maybe some pressure plates in front of them. It's definitely not safe, but you do see where these pressure plates would be basically directly in front of where these things would be at. You're not sure about that horse.
Okay. Well, looking around, there's definitely some stuff with the spiders. Like, we don't want to be stepping right in front of the spiders. I think there's like pressure plates that could activate something. I can't say I'm 100% sure about the horse one though. I'm not sure about that.
Interesting. The spiders, do you think they can be rotated? There seems to be a door up north. I wonder if the spiders had to be rotated or something.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know what those pressure plates would actually do.
We have a mifflet!
Jeez. Ah.
There. It is completed.
What the fuck is that? And why do I have a
for
beard?
use.
Why do
You
I
don't
have
have
a
beard, your hair.
beard?
That's your
Underneath
hair.
my lip.
That's your lips.
Why
That's
is
your nose.
The
Oh,
nose and then the mouth
God.
is out.
I see it now.
See, I just saw the nose as like the cat mouth, and then like she had a goatee going on.
That's what I saw.
I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Oh
We'll
my
make it better.
God.
We'll make it
Okay.
better.
I mean,
what would you like to do?
I really want to
Can-
toss the mifflet on one of the pressure plates.
It's.
I really want to.
Do it.
And,
I mean,
guess-
if that's what you want to do,
I
is
really want to
there-
do it,
Hey,
but I don't want
I
to.
made it better.
Yeah. Is there any way if I see these pressure plates? Is there any way I can kind of go close to one and try to like see if I can just investigate it more specifically to see what it might do? Or
sure.
okay.
Why do that when we could just take a mifflet and put it on top of the pressure plate?
Because it might be good or bad. We're gonna need to figure it out.
No.
Yeah. Racket would go to the one to his right, so to the east, or like I mean,
Okay.
like get close enough to like before stepping on actually
Sure.
any plates or anything like that,
Sure.
and then try to look to see if we could figure out what it would actually do.
Sure. Go ahead and roll thievery. Hey, Brock.
I can't click my thing, my character.
Yeah, the Z thing does not want to cooperate well. It's because Core was on the same space as you. And then you just moved right back, Core.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to help.
Stop.
Let's help.
Okay.
I can't
helping.
click anything. I just see everything is
There we go.
is. Okay, thank you.
Everything is yeah.
There we go.
So yeah, Racket, go ahead and roll your thievery, which
Yeah.
So it looks like this thing would probably spray something out of its mouth and maybe sound an alarm, but as you're going through and inspecting it, you can see where the plates would be, and you're confident that if you just took a moment, you could disconnect those plates and you could get all four of them.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah. If I can figure that out, I'd like to go and try to disable them then.
And yeah, you're able to. You just go around, you quick work with your hands and just clip the wire, easy peasy. Goblin traps are goblin traps. You know these things.
All right. Let me see.
First, we don't know anything about.
No,
Don't know about the horse.
yeah. Would like it? Okay, and then I guess I couldn't be able to trace back to see like I guess what would be in there, what they would have sprayed or something, or like I guess like the kind of I guess the source.
Give me a perception check as you're going through and examining these. Let's see here. One moment. As you're looking, it was probably some kind of sticky substance, but as you're examining it, there looks to be like a door behind the southeast spider.
Oh, there's a door southeast. Oh, so the one I'm at right now,
Sorry, southwest.
southwest. Okay. There's a door there.
Yes.
Okay. Hey guys. There's another door here behind this spider. He would like kind of point. Immediately, he would probably start checking for the normal like kind of like blocked, trapped, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's really trapped, but it is definitely hidden.
Hidden. Is it locked?
No, it doesn't seem to be locked.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's a hidden door behind here. Want me to check it out?
How sure are we that that horse isn't going to do anything?
Like I said, I'm not sure. I wasn't able to really figure it out like these spiders. Like it's there. I don't know if there's anything that there. Like I mean, these spiders had pressure plates. It's possible that the horse one is, but I can't tell.
Can I try to use nature to see about this corpse of a horse?
Sure.
Corpse of a horse, of course, of course. It's corpse of a horse, of course, of course.
There's something that's been stuffed down its throat, some kind of contraption.
There's a something in its mouth. I wonder if that's a trap. Would I be able to say that? Can I deduct that that there is a possibility that could throw flames down this hall?
It could do something down the hall, sure.
Okay. There's a possibility, consider if it's in his mouth, and what we know of the Sandpoint devil being an infernal creature, I would be very concerned that it could let a gout of flame or something down this hall, considering the orientation of it.
Okay. All right. Huh. All right.
And there's a way to disable it. Do I know if it's connected with the spiders or anything? Because again, I don't think we want to check. Okay.
Well, I mean, we could check this. We could check this like door, this hidden room. There might be something in there that is for the horse, or it might have something that's connected to it. But I just know this door is hidden, so they're hiding something in here.
At least we should be safer in there, and I feel uneasy standing in this hall, being stared down by this horse.
Probably just stay out of its front. Probably would be the best thing. But yeah.
It could also be a cone.
Yeah, but I mean, we want to try to at least stay away from its front as much as we can. But at this point, I mean, I'm gonna head in unless you guys really don't want me to.
I'll go in with him.
Okay, Rek is gonna go through the hidden door then.
So Reckon, as you move and open that door and it creaks and cracks, you step in and you see a goblin. He is dressed in leathers. I can't show that to you guys anymore easily. That is a shame. He is dressed in leathers. He is got teeth all over him. He's got a big dagger onto him and some potions on his hip. And he looks and turns to you and is, "Great Scott!" And that'll be when we end for the day.
Amazing.
All right.
I was gonna mention something about maybe we shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Aha! Yeah.
But yeah, that's where we will stop for the night. I think we've made some good progress. I know we've had some bit of scuff getting the new system working and still got some progress to make on it. But hey, I think that was a good session.
I think so too.
Yeah.
A little bit on the short side, but I know we do have people with early mornings ahead of them. So I believe, when is our next game then? Currently the 3rd?
3rd, yeah, that's right before the
Yeah.
holiday, so I don't know what people are thinking.
I know we will be back from our holiday that morning, so I am open to running it if everyone else is.
Yeah, I'd be up for it.
I don't know if we are
Okay.
traveling or not for the holiday since I am off on Friday.
Okay. Since you're getting back and she's gonna be leaving, maybe we should wait until the 7th. Because you know what? There was gonna be 3 sessions next month.
True.
Hmm.
So
we
if-
could-
So
It-
the 10th?
no.
So
it'd be
it'd be the 17th. 10th would be orcs.
Ah,
Yeah, I just
So,
don't know. We haven't
That's safe.
confirmed anything yet,
I think
so-
that's safer though.
Okay, we will plan on the 17th and 31st then.
Okay.
cool.
And yeah, you guys will get to meet this person next time. So yeah, thank you
Great
everyone for coming out.
Scott.
I hope he's just like Doc. I will give him all the hugs. I hope he
Me
is.
too.
Oh my god.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna raid Gob the Goblin.
Yes.
Yeah, speaking
out.
of goblins.
Thank you everyone on YouTube and Twitch for coming out. Hopefully we'll be able to get these games more common and more set in schedule. So, Kitten, after the holiday on the July, we should be hopefully on smooth sailing for a while.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay.
Have a good one.
Thank